Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so this is going to be a divine feminine check-in, and first off I'm going to jump into what does the divine want the divine feminine to know regarding union energies today. I'm going to shuffle, so thank you Divine Creator for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial messages coming through for the beautiful divine feminines that are watching, and for any divine masculine cross watchers. There's going to be a message for divine masculines that are cross watching at the end of this reading, but let's get into it. So what does the divine want the DFs to know regarding union at this time? Okay, here we go. So what is it that we can see? Four of Wands. It did come out in the reverse. We're going to get some clarifiers. We got a couple more cards. So we got two of my twin flame cards and the World. So the Four of Wands, this is really interesting because I specifically asked for union energies, which would be Four of Wands or twin flames. The wands are the flames suit in some decks. So we have here the 1111 card in the reverse with the World in reverse, which means there are still cycles that need to close out before union can come in on the deepest levels. The Two of Wands means there are choices for you to make, Divine Feminine, that are still pulling you out of your comfort zone, putting you into a more sure-footed step by step going forward on your path. The Two of Wands is only halfway to union. It's also only what you bring to the table, not so much about what your masculine is up to, but this is about you. What do you need to change in your life? What cycles need to end in your life? What space needs to be opened up in your life? What things need to be finalized? All of that kind of a thing. The divine is saying, put union as such second to your path, to the choices you need to make, the things you need to focus on to come into alignment further. So, if you've done that on the spiritual level, the mental level, the emotional level, are there things in the physical world that need to actually shift for physical union? Take it how it resonates. Depending on where you are in the journey, this can certainly be on any of those levels. This connection is energetic first and foremost, and it puts us more in alignment with our soul path, with the divine, on each of those levels. So when all of the levels are aligned, and I'm being drawn to her dress being somewhat like the chakras, the rainbow there. So when all the chakras are aligned, when you have healed all the chakra levels, so whatever it is that you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone, that's what you're being reminded of today. Okay, let's get some spirit guidance about that specifically. What can we see regarding stepping out of comfort zone and focusing on the self? We are getting awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So divine feminines, I'm getting this sense that energetically you're to take your comfort in the divine. When we're stepping out of comfort zone, that is uncharted territory. It can be a bit unnerving. For many, leaving karmic situations, for many leaving their known world and not quite sure if union's going to happen on some level. There are in-between phases. There's a transition. So take comfort, pray, ask for angelic assistance, but wear this cloak of protection and love. And that means also, as you're leaving certain karmic situations, as you're leaving your comfort zone, as you're taking your life to a new level, wear this cloak of protection and love so that you don't reinstate lower vibrational ties, decisions, actions. Really keep it pure. This is your chance. I'm feeling divine feminines to take your life to the next level. You're at a 0 point. and it's only up from here. It's only more love from here. So you don't need to be guarded, but use your discernment. Tune into your higher knowing, and don't throw yourself blindly out of your comfort zone in reckless or rebellious ways, but definitely keep going, trusting you're safe, and listening to your inner guidance. All right, so let's get into the reading. I'm going to pull cards for the emotional, mental, and physical level to see what the divine feminines are navigating on each of those levels, and then I'm going to pull some spirit guidance. So here we go. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what are the divine feminines navigating on the emotional level. And the Three of Cups. These are big cards. So we are getting the Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Flames, and the Ace of Coins. So the Three of Cups is, again, those third-party situations. It can be friendship, but this is any situations that are pulling you out of your joy is what I'm hearing. So we'll leave that one right there. So take it how it resonates. It can be any of the third energies that appear to be at odds with your joy, is what I'm hearing there. Also, this is a card of friendship. I'm going to pull clarifiers on that separately because that came out all by itself in the emotional realm. And then we also have it went on the floor 1 second. So the most important one, the bottom line, is this Ace of Crystals, which truly is talking about a new beginning in the physical. But when we're talking about emotions, this is newfound emotional composure, stability, balance. This is a new foundation, divine feminines, that you have laid regarding connection with your higher self, and therefore this profound equilibrium that you've never been at before. This is a brand new level. You don't even recognize yourself in this energy, and it's time to stay open to who you've become, to who you are becoming. The Ace of Crystals, the aces are the first in any of the suits, and they are the potential. It's basically your heart saying yes and then allowing it to unfold naturally. When we're at the Ace, that's the message. So presence and emotional awareness in the moment is what I'm feeling here for you, feminines, and this is going to cause you to be showing up in your lives differently, with public victory, with the recognition that you truly are divine, you are soul led, that you're navigating in the physical based on this Ace of Flames, this victorious spark, soul spark, and that comes from paying attention to spirit guidance, to your higher self, your higher knowing, alignment, union within, so that you're coming from a place of wholeness and safety in the physical. So essentially, feminines, you are grounding your own spiritual union in a new way, because many have already, but in a new way, emotionally, in situations in your life. So how beautiful is that? Because that is emotional mastery, emotional composure. That is allowing yourself to be a channel of divine wisdom. Okay, so I'm just going to pull an energetic clarifier for this Three of Cups and see what we're meant to be looking at there. This one wants to come out. So subconscious awareness and akashic information. So what I'm getting for this one, feminines, is that if there are third energies, take that how it resonates, that this is, it can be looked at through the lens of past life things, but we don't even need that for it to be relevant. It's akashic information. There is no lack in the universe. And if you're not seeing the love in any situation that you're navigating, you're not in that divine alignment. Love is the divine alignment. And so either setting a healthy boundary, if it's throwing your inner balance off, That's your higher self saying that it's not advantageous for you to entertain a situation or a thought. You are meant to take space. You're not meant to be inappropriate with your proceedings, your conduct. So your joy is dependent on how far in alignment or out of alignment you are, but all of it is being asked to be seen for what it is. When we have subconscious awareness here, if you're not in joy, there is something you're not seeing because you're not navigating through that lens. So yeah, that's where some meditation and connection to source is of utmost priority. The akashic reference here, that is the knowing field, that is the unlimited potential, and that is where all of the solutions, the answers, the awarenesses, the deepest truths reside. But when you have not allowed for your humanity, allowed for unconditional love of self, you hold back that knowing field. You don't access it. The frequency of love is the most transcendent because it opens up all of the possibilities, the potentials. Like when you turn a light on in a room, it floods it, and everything is known then. And that's why we're meant to look at the sun, not the shadows. That when you look at the light, everything is illuminated. So that's the message here. If you're feeling still any emotional triggers or lack of joy, you are meant truly to consider that there might be something still in your subconscious regarding lower vibrational assessment of your reality, and your higher self is actually inviting you into more curious, open, love-based navigation. You'll know when you're in alignment because you have peace, because you truly feel joy. Okay, I'm going to get one clarifier for the Ace of Crystals, Lovers, and Six of Flames now. What is it, Holy Spirit, divine guidance, that we can know about this new beginning? We get two stargates. Wow. Okay, so the star lineages are behind us, and I just heard it's time. So things are truly grounding on the planet, and there really are cosmic developmental energies coming in to assist. And I'm hearing that's partly why you've been in preparation. That's partly why this is uncharted territory, divine feminines. So those being diligent to anchor these frequencies on the planet are really backed by the cosmic unfolding, these star lineages, the cosmic heritage. But let's see what they are. So Pegasian Stargate, sophistication, ingenuity, originality, and elegance. Yeah, so that's where we're getting this public victory. Divine feminines, as you align with that higher knowing, it is otherworldly. Your emotional composure is not ordinary. It is not mundane. It is elegant. It is sophisticated. You are a light. You stand out. You bring that light, and you're meant to be conducting yourself in a way that gets that attention, not attention seeking, but for inspiration. That is the only way that we can be contagious, is to embody a frequency that others want to emulate. And so divine feminines, you are truly stepping into worthiness of being emulated, is what I'm seeing here. You are going to be catching attention, and others are going to be looking up to you like never before. And I'm hearing children are going to be seeing you as becoming an elder. There are those sorts of energies behind you. Your originality, your forerunning energy, this newness you're bringing, this self-love that's allowing you to connect with your higher self. You're navigating to the beat of your own drum, and that is so beautiful. So good job, divine feminine. And Alpha Aryan Stargate, artistry, expression, community, and celebration. That card's actually been coming out in private readings lately as divine feminines are shedding a lot of the karmic interactions, friend groups, letting go of things that are truly causing leaks of energy or low grade wearing of the energetic layers, divine feminines are starting to find soul tribes, starting to find their communities, starting to initiate communities in leadership. So yeah, continue expressing this, because you really are coming into being an influencer. And I'm even getting, walking down the street in everyday life, and that whole turning heads thing. It used to be in an old energy that it was based on physical attractiveness, but now divine feminines, I'm seeing your resonance is turning heads. Wow. Okay. And I'm being told to go into this. It's a little bit more long-winded than I thought so far in this reading, but we'll just go with it. So as the divine feminine energy is gaining recognition and stability and its rightful place back in harmony with the patriarchy, with the masculine energy on the planet, the feminine is safe to shine again. And in the past, that wasn't so. I'm not going to focus too much on that, but whatever's coming to mind, yes, you're right. Those things are passé. They're no longer happening. About 2012 or 2014, I remember feeling those cinching energies leaving the feminine, and the messages coming through now are, it is time to shine, divine feminines, and you have been balancing out emotionally in preparation for you to step out in your uniqueness, full-fledged, and at this time in your life. So if you're not quite there yet, you could contact me for a session. I love that. If you are there, congratulations. And it's coming, for all of the divine feminines. We're being called into this vibrancy, aliveness, and to be leaders in what it means to be fully alive on the planet as spirit anchored into the physical. So good job. All right, so what is the conscious cutting edge for the feminines today? What is it that the feminines are working on the conscious level? Getting the Knight of Crystals. That's the only one that's coming out. So this is laying that new foundation. We're seeing the emotional openness and ability to go forward on a new level, but the Adeptive Crystals is saying that this is a very conscious pursuit. So you are truly co-creating your reality with the divine right now, feminines, and let's see what spirit guidance would have you know about that. So yeah, it's slow and steady. The Adept of Crystals, the Knight of Crystals, always reaches realization. So you are on path. You are doing this in your own right, in your life, as a sovereign individual is what I'm hearing. Wow, another Stargate. More cosmic energy. Wind in the divine feminine sails right now. Divine feminine leadership coming onto the planet and demonstrating through compassionate action exactly that which is the feminine. It's no longer suppressed, no longer repressed in the individuals, should each person choose, and in our societies it is available to shine that light is what I'm hearing. So wow, Andromedan Stargate, innovation, invention, and scientific pursuits. So not only are you applying these frequencies in your emotional, energetic resonance, divine feminine, as we saw in the last portion, but also innovation in scientific pursuits. So this is more 3D. This is where your own inner divine masculine is activating, and I'm being flooded with examples of you beautiful divine feminines in the sciences, innovating revolutionary technologies, quantum technologies, biological technologies, blended technologies that factor in archetype symbol, that bring spirit, that bring resonance of the metaphysical, of the spirit into the sciences. This is the harmonization. So amazing. Let me know if you are in fact in innovative, more traditional sciences in the comments below, feminines, because this is truly exciting. There's a bridging, and it's not so much religion into science, but it is the softer aesthetic, the intuitive, the innovative. So let me know if that resonates, because if it's not specifically for all divine feminines, bringing it into the 3D occupations and vocations and disciplines, it is in your own thought process. So reason and logic, and starting this new foundation where your analytical mind is actually in harmony with your intuition, so that there's a blending, so that, let's say, religion and science, or spirituality and more analytical thought, are not at odds in your mind anymore, divine feminine. So if you are having trouble reconciling how you can bring spirit into any of these more traditionally 3D aspects, pray. Just ask for it. Intuitively interpret it, go into that. When you intend it, if there is a spiritual law, if you ask, it is given. So don't forget to ask. Okay, physical realm. What are the feminines navigating in the physical? We are getting, oh, beautiful. So we're getting Seeker of Crystals, which is the kindness and responsibility card. This is conducting yourself in little ways, maybe some big ways, but more authentically based on your, it's beautiful because in the conscious mind, we have the Adeptive Crystals, same suit as the Seeker of Crystals. And then we had in the emotional realm the Ace of Crystals, which is that same ace that's being held in each of these images. So that same emotional composure that we saw in the emotional realm is being channeled into the physical, and there is a divine level justice. When I see this card, the cosmic imagery here, this is a reminder that the cosmos are behind you. This is that action, compassion in action in the physical world, based on your emotional mastery, divine feminine, and based on this conscious foundation that you're laying to bridge, to unify, to blend all of the different dualities into harmony. That is what you are doing bit by bit in your physical, and that is your cosmic birthright. This is divine justice working through you as an instrument in the earth plane. This is a testament to your healing, because you are now co-creating with every step you take, every move you make. You are doing the work of the divine on the planet, because you are conscious, because you are aware of that impact, and you're taking that sacred honor to heart. So let's see what the divine would have you know about that, beautiful feminines. Oh, and on the floor it goes. Wow, so gate of returning, entrance, death, rebirth, and passage. Because we're looking at divine level justice here, and because I'm seeing so much of this cosmic birthright, the cosmic wind in the sails coming in, I'm hearing that it is time. This was always meant to be divine feminine's time to come back and emerge back on the planet into the rightful place of equality with the masculine. And so isn't it worthy of just having a moment of reverence for that, feminines, at the arrival, at the return? This is the moment where the old ways can be put to rest, and the new context and interpretation of each of our lives as divine feminines. We can choose to see ourselves. We're stepping out. We're coming into the public with that public victory. We're showing the world the real us. And so this is a rite of passage. It is a rebirth. And it is, the high priestess energy is humility and mercy, compassion in action. How beautiful, feminines. So you are arriving, you have arrived, you will arrive. Take it how it resonates, but that is the invitation, divine feminines. Okay, let's get a message for the masculines now that might be cross-watching. Okay, so Hermit Tarot. I always laugh because I have to be a bit brave. Let's see what the feminines would like to say to their masculines today based on where they're at, how they're feeling, what they're navigating. A lot of twin flame energy and conscious co-creation with the divine so far today. So what would the feminines like to say to their masculines in that light? What is it that we can see? Thank you, divine feminines, higher selves that want to contribute here, and thank you, divine creator, for showing us what we need to see. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This is the Sun card. This is the big yes of all yeses. Divine feminines are ready. They know that they wouldn't have this love on their hearts, masculines, if it wasn't by divine design, divine justice, divine plan. Look at the cosmic energies supporting your feminine. If you've watched this reading, divine masculine, you must surely see your feminine in this light. There's twin flame energy all over this. Let it be a confirmation to you, divine masculine, that the person you're watching this video for is, in fact, your divine feminine. This is the most enlightened, most assured card. The messages that have come out for this extraordinary feminine that you've watched this video for surely should indicate to you of her caliber, her frequency spiritually. And she wants you to know that she still doesn't have all the answers. And wait, you know, this is kind of beautiful, because sometimes the feminines think they know all the answers. Sometimes they come across as though they are ahead of the masculine. That isn't necessarily so. We each have our own talents, gifts, innovations, and ways. But you're meant to know, masculines, that she is voting yes for this. Her whole life is this process of spiritual becoming and the responsibility that is on the planet, on the earth plane. So yeah, she wants you to wait for her. She wants you to know she doesn't have all the answers. And in that, there's also the recognition that the two of you could have a conversation and explore that together. So don't assume the connection falls away if she's silent. Don't assume that she's pulling away. This is sight unseen. Despite anything you're experiencing, her whole heart is saying yes, and everything is sun and moon, ebb and flow, fire and water. So masculines, don't be worried if you feel a disconnect from your feminine right now. She's working on some things. She's working on how to bring all of this spiritual energy into the physical realm in a way that is elegant and sophisticated. Okay, many blessings, twins, and I'll be back later with a masculine read. Bye for now.